So, yesterday was another pretty uneventful day. We woke up, we went and got Stacy a wheelchair, and then we came back with said wheelchair, and then we had some A&W root beer and some noodles.
Double!
So again, that vlog's definitely not going to happen, so on to today! Good morning, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Well, today we're going for a little bit of exploring. We're going to go see Heroes Monument, maybe go see the submarine, go walk by it or something like that, and then get some food, something like that.
And then tonight, we have the all-exciting follow-up visit with my surgeon to make sure everything is okay, and then so we can start traveling more.
So we do have travel booked, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But we're just going to go do a little bit of exploring.
Hi. Hi. Thank you.
Okay, this is the Heroes Monument, or better known as the November 10th Monument. And this is to commemorate November 10th being the date of a very, very fierce battle here in Surabaya. And to commemorate the heroes that were actually part of that battle. And when this thing was actually created, the first president of Indonesia came here in 1951. And they broke ground on this. And in 1952, November 10th, this thing was open. So it's an entire park. It has a museum, it has fountains, it has just all these just crazy stuff. There supposedly is a armory, a weaponry, and a whole bunch of different things around here to check out. So we're going to check them out if we can. It's very rocky on a wheelchair, as Stacy's foot has already found. Not the easiest way to turn around either. Her foot's still there, even though I tried to take it off.
Oh, get out, no.
Woohoo! Richard needs to use the brakes.
No elevator?
Only.
No elevator.
Yep.
Hati-hati.
Hati-hati, slow.
Cheap drone shot.
Budget drone shot. So on August 17th, 1945, Bung Karno he basically declared independence of Indonesia from Netherlands, I believe it is. So they were seeking to get removed from Japanese control. Now the Japanese didn't like that too much, so when the radio signals from Jakarta started to spread to Surabaya and the places around, Japanese censored it. So what ended up happening is they had to, via Morse code, transmit the information from Jakarta to Surabaya saying, we've declared independence. So this part of the museum behind me is basically talking about the decision to go for independence the transmission of the information of, hey, listen, we're going to declare independence. And then the formation of the individual groups or parties in Indonesia to create sort of a kind of government, and then police forces and an army and military to actually start defending themselves. Okay, this is pretty cool. So, September 19th, 1945, trying to sort of do the revival of Dutch colonialism in Indonesia, especially Surabaya, and they raised the the flag, the Dutch flag, up in a hotel. People were so mad that they ripped the blue off of it, leaving just the red and the white, which would become the Indonesian flag of red and white. That's interesting. So this pistol right here is the C96, okay, and it's one of the foremost semi-automatic pistols to ever be made. Now, it was never really created. No government or no army officially made it their weapon, but it has a very interesting sort of characteristic. So the C96 that you see there fits within this wooden box holster, but this holster serves a dual purpose, whereas you could pull it out of the holster, connect it to the bottom of it, and you create a buttstock for this weapon that you can hold it up against your chest. So it becomes more like a long pistol than just a pistol.
Telah menyebarkan pamflet-pamflet yang memberikan suatu ancaman kepada kita semua.
I will be a little honest, it's a little confusing around here with the Dutch, the British, and the Japanese. But at the end of the day, this is what it was. The Battle of Surabaya occurred on the 10th of November, 1945, between Surabaya and the Allied forces led by the British Army. Now, the Allied forces thought that they could take the entire city with a couple of days, but the battle actually lasted for 21 days, and until November 30th, 1945. Indonesia or Surabaya lost 15,000 people in that battle. But overall, they were successful. They were successful in this battle, but it would take a little bit longer to get full independence of Indonesia.
Indonesia yang berada di Jalan Bubutan. Di gedung inilah rangkaian sejarah perjuangan arek-arek Surabaya tercatat.
The second floor of this museum is actually very interesting for those who like military history, because they have all the weaponry, all the armaments, and the history of how the battles went up here on the second floor is really cool. They've got, look at some of these things. Anti-tank rifle right here. This is the Royal Netherlands East Indies Army weapons that you're seeing here. This are the weapons used by the Japanese forces. These were the weapons used by the British. US-made pistols, captured from Dutch troops.
How you doing back there, Richard?
I don't know if you're actually filming me, but I'm alive.
I think I am.
This is one heck of a ramp.
This is why I'm married to MacGyver.
It's also a pretty cool green space here in the city. A little coverage for the shade and stuff. So. car. The driver picked us up, and now we're heading to BG Junction, to the mall.
Where are you come from?
America,
Oh,
New York City.
New York, yeah.
Hello, Stacy.
Hi.
So BG Junction, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll walk to the sub. I don't know.
Yay! The automatic doors. Oh, pretty.
So should we go?
Is that a ramp?
This is definitely a different, better way to go down.
Okay.
Set the brakes and you'll go be fine.
Just-
I got you.
Was it on this level?
Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll go check. I'm not allowed to ride one, you're not.
How about one of these?
Okay, robots, definitely.
Definitely robots.
Big fresh root beer. 2 chicken sandwich, 2 root beers, and we're in Happy Town. Yes, happy.
Yummy! I can't wait. A&W. It's one of my weaknesses. I love A&W root beer. Chicken, cheese, lettuce, and tomato. And that's really hot.
I'm stealing her cheese sauce right now.
McDonald's ice cream.
So Stace and I wanted to try the hot and spicy Pringles, you know, just for fun. We stopped in a shopping mall, or not a shopping market, to get some toiletries really quick. But we saw this and we were like, ooh, this looks good. Somebody got to them first. It's the last one. You get the FIFA World Cup Coke glass with 3 Minute Maid juices.
This is really, really, really creepy. Really, really, really creepy.
Can't say man. But yeah, basically, I'm keeping Stacey from rolling down and dying.
And we are off. So we are headed to go and see my surgeon for my follow-up visit. So hopefully I get the all okay and everything's healing dandy. And then we can start traveling again on Friday.
Back at Dharma Hospital.
Okay, I will open the dressing.
She has a leg again.
So we are back from the hospital. My doctor removed all of my dressings and replaced all the bandages for my surgery, and just to cover up the stitches because the stitches are instant dissolve, but we got to keep them clean for another week before I get them wet, and gave me the okay. Just have to contact him next Wednesday through WhatsApp, send him a picture of the wound, and there we go. So he says everything is good with my foot. It might just be swelling from the bandages, and we should be pretty much set. So he told me to just start icing it. Icing the foot. That's our fun right now. We're gonna order some good old reliable satay for dinner because we kind of just want some meat for dinner, some protein. and we're just gonna sit back and relax for the rest of the evening. So have a good one, everyone. Bye.